Have you seen me?
I
I am I am super excited to be on live right now. Today is World Youth Skill Day. The day set aside by United Nations to celebrate youth, celebrate skills. And I have very intelligent, energetic youth with me online. In fact, with me
with
right
me right
now.
now.
I have
I
the
have
likes of
life of February,
a
a
very
very
renowned
renowned
photographer
photographer
with
with
so
so
much
much
skills.
skills.
I
I
have
have
Frederick,
Frederick,
oh my God.
God.
Frederick is
Frederick is
another
another
is a
is a
cinematographer,
cinematographer,
a
a
man
man
that
that
is
is
art
art
and
and
blessed
blessed
with
with
skills.
skills.
I
I
have
have
Jessica.
Jessica.
Hey,
Hey,
this
this
one
one
on
on
our
our
own,
own,
eh?
eh?
When it
When it
comes to
comes to
marketing,
marketing,
when it
when
comes
it
to
comes to
sales,
sales,
when it
when it
comes to
comes to
closing
closing
deals,
deals,
he's a
he's a
specialist
specialist.
in this. And guess what? She's just 18 years old. Then I have Maru. Maru is that data. In fact, we
We
can
can
call
call
Maru
Maro
a
a
food
food
technologist.
technologist.
Maru
Maro, hey,
is doing wonderful things in Nigeria. Maru is a trainer when it comes to transferring knowledge. Is good. Is skilled. Is very very good at what it does. Then we have Faithful. Faithful is a content creator, proposal developer. Faithful is front and back end developer, and they are all young people. Apart from myself and few other that are entrepreneurs there, these are young people who are already contributing to the economy of Africa. So I don't know if we have anyone watching us, and we have quite a number of persons that we told that, you know what, let's go live and discuss. We didn't plan this, but we said, you know what, we can go live. Let's go live. Let's discuss. Let's discuss issues that are affecting us. Let's discuss this powerful theme for this year. So I won't just be doing, I will not be the only one doing the talking. We have quite a number of energetic young people in the house that will be supporting this conversation. So like we always do at Genius Hub, we are human capital development organization. We are very intentional about growth of MSMEs, growth of individuals. We want to reduce poverty. Go S no, go SDG go one is zero poverty. So we are very very intentional about this to make sure this work for us. You know. So please, we are not playing here. We are not at all. At Genius Hub, human capital development is key and very very important for us and for everyone who is listening. So we have about 6, 7 division. We have junior sub junior, where we expose young people to technology, how they can begin to use technology to solve social problems, and at the same time become techpreneur, become entrepreneur at that age. So that is one of our service division. Then we also have junior sub skill acquisition and mentorship program, GSMP. Here we expose young people to life skills, which is a fundamental class for everyone, meaning that for us to be able to transfer knowledge to you, you must go through our compulsory life skills. So people always ask, what are life skills? They are skills to help you as an individual to navigate life. There are skills to help you make an informed decision as a young person, even as an adult. And there are skills to help you have clarity of what you really want, clarity of purpose. So this is so fundamental for us and very key for us at Genius Hub. So when we take you through the journey of Genius Hub Skill Acquisition and Mentorship Program, after the life skills, we make you develop a personal mission statement where you pour out your aspirations in writing. Then we take it further to streamline and provide you full counseling where you can now streamline your aspirations and all that before you start your skills. And when you're done, you will join the big community where you get direct mentorship, where you have access to opportunity, access to information, and teach you the business of the skill. Mm. So, of course, that's also one of the service division of Junior Sub. We also have Youngest Foundation Nigeria. I'm always very, very excited when I want to talk about Youngest Foundation Nigeria because it's actually my first baby. I started Youngest Foundation Nigeria in 2004. Now the vision became bigger. Now it has become a department in Junior Sub. So Youngest Foundation basically give out information on sexuality, reproductive health, and life management skills. So we also use technology whereby we go to the various schools. After educating them, we give them our phone number. They will call and we provide counseling. So we do that. We provide psychosocial support, especially for victims of sexual and gender-based violence. We also provide full psychosocial support for victims of human trafficking and also victims of irregular migration. So you can see our target audience are quite broad. And of course, MSME, anything that has to do with livelihood, we are, passionate about this. And today, I really do not want us, I don't want to bore you with all of the things we do. And we also have a community where we meet with MSMEs once in a month, like what we are doing what we are doing now, like this webinar, where we gather MSME, bring industry experts to educate and expose us to best practice, expose us to knowledge to become better version of ourselves and to be able to run our businesses professionally. So that's part of what we do at Genius Hub. And we're very, very excited with quite a number of success stories we have. We also have a film making school where we train people on film making. Of course, most of the young people like to be seen, and we all know what visibility has done. So we also see this as a way to provide psychosocial support for them. At the same time, see how visibility can help their business grow. So enough of what we do at Children. So let's focus on why we are here this evening. I don't know where you are watching us from, but let's know where you are watching us from. We want to know where you are watching from. I'm seeing Jasmine, Queen Jasmine. Queen Jasmine is doing fantastic job in Nigeria, in Edo State. She's doing a fantastic job. Well done, well done. So let's know where you are calling from. And this one we can see you. Jabi, we can see you. Orilade Joy, we can see you. So quite a number of persons have already joined. So
So
let
let
me
me
give the
give the
floor
floor
to
to
our
our
speaker
speaker
to
to
officially
officially
introduce
introduce
themselves
themselves
one
one
after the
after the
other.
other.
So who will go first? I'm seeing Nusa. Can we see your faces? I
Can
don't
we see
want you
your
hiding
faces?
your
I
face.
don't want you
We need to
hiding
see
your
your
face. We
faces.
need to see your faces.
Yes, we are seeing
Yes,
Frederick.
we are saying
We are seeing
Frederick. We are
Faithful.
saying faithful.
Nusa, where
Those
are
are where are
you? Where
you?
are
Where are
you? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
I've seen
Orilade
Olade
Joy.
Joy.
I'm
I've
seeing
seen
Mrs.
Mrs.
Uche watching from Benin. Thanks for joining us this evening. Okay, Frederick, can we meet you?
Okay.
Okay, Idehen Frederick Etiosa is my name. It's a privilege to be part of this webinar tonight.
Okay, can
Okay,
we
can
ask
we ask
Mario
Mario
to
to
give
give
us
us
an introduction of
introduction
who
of
he
who he
is?
is?
The
The
public
public
want to
want to
know
know
who
who
you
you
are,
are.
so
So
we
we
really
really
want
want
to
to
know who
know
you
who you
are.
are.
You have
You
the
have the
floor
floor
now.
now, please. Okay, good day. My name is Munadi Ogenamaro. You can just call me Maro for short. I am head of services in Noki Tech Limited, where we try to lower the cost of technology across board by building SaaS solutions for SMEs such that they can use our solutions to not only build better businesses, but also to scale. Uh, Outside of that, I'm also doubling as hub manager for the Apollo University of Benin Innovation Hub, where we accelerate and incubate a couple of startups, and we try to bridge a gap between academia and industry. So there's a major problem with startups currently where they have the technical skills, but they lack the business acumen to run their businesses. So that's where we come in to try to bridge this gap. We've helped a couple of businesses such as Paywave, which is a fintech startup, and also Greeting AI, and also Inoki itself currently is under the Apollo University Innovation Hub, because you have to start at home, as they say.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much,
Mario.
Maro.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
nice to
nice to
see
see
you
you
again.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
thank you
for
for
joining
joining
us.
us.
Thank you
Thank you for.
for creating time to be here with us. Yes,
Yes.
Nusa, are
Nusa,
you
you
ready
ready
to
to
introduce
introduce
yourself to
yourself
the
to the
public?
public?
Everyone
Everyone
wants to
wants
meet
to meet
you. Okay, while we wait for Nusa, okay, Nusa is ready. Nusa, go ahead, please.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope we can all hear me.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. So I'm Nusa Boima by name, and I'm a product designer. So I'm into product design, that's UI UX design, and I also do 2D motion graphics and also a video editor, more like a movie editor. And I've been in this industry for 3 years plus now. So basically, that's what I do, and I also work with Juniors for Global Initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Nusa. Very happy to have you. Nusa is another fantastic young man. You know, I'm personally very excited about the team that we have on this live program. So this year's team is a very fantastic team. So I don't know if Petri is there. Would she want to tell us about this year's team and just give us an introduction of who she is and I think we should take our introduction first. So let's meet you. Let me take you. Okay,
Okay,
Petri,
Petrol,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Petrol, and I'm a lot of things, but I'm going to. So is Petrol done? Hello, can you hear me?
Network will always
Network
disturb.
will always
We always
be
Hi.
stopped.
overcome.
We
Go ahead.
always
Hi.
overcome. So
Good
go
evening,
ahead.
everyone. My name is Faithful, and I am a content creator, a content writer, and a proposal writer.
Okay, can we ask
Okay,
Pedro
can we
to
ask
introduce
Pedro
himself?
introduce ourselves?
But uh, I see myself as a storyteller. So that is what I am. I'm a storyteller. I tell stories through images and I capture people's useful moments in time.
Wow,
Wow.
you
You
can
can
see
see
everyone
everyone
on
on
the
the
team
team
are
are
just
just
unique
unique
in
in
their
their
own
own
way.
way.
And
And
the
the
uniqueness
uniqueness
is what
is
we
what
are
we are
talking
talking
about.
about.
So
So
this
this
year's
year's
team,
theme,
I
I
would
would
like
like
to
to
just
just
talk
talk
about
about
this
this
year's
year's
team.
theme.
You
You
know,
know,
where
today,
July
July
15th
15
is
is
a
a
day
day
set
set
aside by
aside
the
by the
United
United
Nations.
Nations.
In
In
fact,
fact,
it's
it's
a
a
World
World
Youth
Youth
Skill
Skill
Day.
Day.
So,
So
because we
because we
offer
offer
skills
skills
to
in
junior
junior
subs
sub
to
to
quite a
quite a
number
number
of
of
settings,
settings,
from
from
filmmaking
filmmaking
skills to
skills to
entrepreneurial
entrepreneurial
skills to
skills to
coding
life
skills
skills
to
to
digital
digital
skills.
skills to vocational skills.
So,
So just
educate
educate
us
us on this year's
on
theme. Yes, we are waiting for you.
Okay. This year's theme talks about skilling teachers, not just skilling youth, skilling teachers, trainers, and youth themselves for a transformative future. It's not just looking at the angle of youth acquiring skills. We're also looking at where do these youths learn these skills from. Like we already know that one cannot give what they do not have. So if we are saying youth should have skills that can transform the future, that can make the next generation better. We should also be looking at the trainers and the teachers. Are they well equipped to pass these skills down? Because if they are not, I don't know, there's no way we would have a transformative future. So this year's theme not just talks about the youth, it also takes a step further to talk about those who provide them with the skills and training. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Faithful.
Just
Maro,
give
do you want to add something to that?
You want to make
You want to
contributions?
make contribution?
Okay, she did mention some key things in there, in that where do these people learn these skills from? So the majority of time a child spends from the age of 3 till the age of about 15, thereabout, is spent in the four walls of a school, regardless of how equipped or how the finesse around the school, but the child spends most of his or her time in school. So the skilling of the teachers and the trainers, now it is not just a duty of just the government, but it's also upon each and every one of us to, as the society, try to groom people and not just leave it for the school. So it used to be a village raises a child. Now it is the parents raise the child. But apart from that, the interaction in community is really, really starting to become second thought. And it's really important that we should, as individuals, wherever and whenever we can, try to upskill people around us. So I usually mention that if you see someone that you can point in a certain direction, please, by all means, do. I'm not asking you to force anybody's hand, but at least I do know a couple of teachers that if you could just point them in the right direction, they would pick up. So teaching skills, we have some modern teaching skills. I think Microsoft even has a standard, something around SLDC. I can't really exactly remember it, but before the end, I can get that. So those kind of implementations are things that we could explain to not just, we have aunties, we have parents who are teachers. We could explain these things to them. It would really go a long way, not just what they teach, but also how they teach it. So that would also help us as a society. So focusing on the teachers and the trainers is really important. A candid example is for some years when I started teaching data analytics and business intelligence, I saw that what was being taught was monkey see, monkey do. And it's not exactly how the world works. So improve a bit of these things. I in at Inoki, when the Inoki Academy, I teach all my trainers that when you're teaching these guys, literally you should be able to give them tips on how these things work in industry. So if we're talking about skilling trainers and skilling teachers, it's a very important part of the conversation that is left out usually when we talk about upskilling youth. And that is the most important part, because if the teachers don't teach it right, that's where we have a lot of gap of people that are trained, but they cannot do anything in the industry. You hire an intern that has gone through a 6 month intensive training, they come, they don't even know the basics of product design. I know, Musa, you can attest to that a bit for UI UX designers. Even the simple principles of design, they do not know it, because how they were taught is you go to Figma, you click this, you click that, you click this, you click that. They come out of the class, they're not skilled. So if we can skill the teachers on how they deliver this content, and they can actually improve the lives of not one or two, but a lot of people. One trainer that trains wrongly can kill 50 people at once. The engineer that builds a bad bridge most likely learned it somewhere. It's not just about the corruption. So it's the same thing. The designer that gives very bad design, the designer, there's a recent trend of someone that puts dishwashing liquid pack for juice kind of setting. It's somebody that designed it, it's somebody that taught that person design. But the principle of design, the basic principle of repetition, it's so these things are things that we should also look at, how teachers and trainers can not only upskill themselves, but also upskill how they deliver these teaching. I think that's would be it's that's what I'll add to what has been said so far about the teachers and trainers being included this year. It's a very exciting thing that I hope we can see span out not just today, but across time going forward. Mom, I believe you're on mute.
So thank you so much for your explanation. I agree with you that everyone have to be involved, because if you look at the skill gap right now, we talk about young people now. So I don't know if everyone can still hear me. So like I was explaining, I said it's a collective effort. Personally, I don't like it when they say youth are unemployable. Most of our youth are unemployable. They don't have the relevant skills for them to be employable, and because of course there's a lot of skill gap. And you see business owners, aspiring entrepreneur, they struggle a lot because they lack the relevant skills to run a business. Now, this conversation is not to blame anyone, but if we really want to get desired results, we need to begin to take responsibilities. In fact, you can't give what you don't have. The teachers need to be updated. Our curriculum need to be in fact, we need to look at our curriculum. Our methodology need to be looked at. In fact, we need to do a thorough, proper evaluation on our curriculum, on our methodology. If you look at children that were exposed to, let me give an example like storytelling, they relate well academically because they can relate with the story. They can always remember the story compared to a teacher just coming to tell us the theory, and the teacher expects you to pour out exactly the way it is. You're also aware that some lecturers who want you to pour out just the way they have just the way they have given the knowledge. That's how they also want you to also give it. Now, for you or for all of you on this webinar today, you have skills. What really inspire you? I will pick Kejiri here now. What really inspire you to say, okay, did you study photography in school? I don't know if we have a course like that in university. I know you're a graduate, but what inspire you to say, okay, I need to have these skills? Did you do a study to? I just want to know, why did you choose photography?
Okay. For me, photography has always been a passion, right from when I was a child. Like I'm always with everybody's phone, taking pictures of my family members, taking pictures of anything and anyone. I love capturing moments. I'm not more into of the posings. I just like freezing moments, those moments that you don't even know when it's happening, but I just want to seize it because those are the significant moments for me. And for me, it was an inbuilt, inborn passion, which I decided to act upon when I became like I graduated. I've already graduated when I decided to learn photography. I studied theater arts and into the arts. No, I was always into the arts, so it was just like normal for me to want to advance into photography. I heard people even say, for me, I had discouragement because some persons were like, photography, are you sure it's for a woman? Are you sure you have that power? Are you sure you have that energy, that time? And all sorts of, even from the person that trained me, I had that discouragement from him. And the funny thing is, when you tell me I cannot do something, it's when I want to do it just to prove you wrong. And that is exactly what I did. I dived into photography. In fact, I left it because it was not even a good teacher. I went to research myself and learn more by myself. And today I'm professionally into photography, and I'm glad I took that step because I've never used my certificate. Have I even collected my original results? I'm not sure. So this is what I use to make my livelihood, and it's not just my livelihood, not where I get my income from, but also a passion. It's like a fulfillment. Doing what you love and getting money from it is the dream life. I will tell you. So as a youth, let's not listen to what people say, or say, okay, this skill is too menial, or people will talk down on me. Why would I be carrying? I know photography is touch now, but before, photography was looked down on. Cameraman. That's what they. Some some places call me cameraman. Baby camera room. I'm like, no, no, no. It's photographer, please. I'm not a camerawoman. So yeah, I'm glad that I ventured into this, and I'm happy I'm doing it. And my encouragement to youth is, please do what you love, because you will find fulfillment in that. Learn a skill. It's that is paramount. You just have to learn a skill because this especially this Nigeria that we are, if you don't learn a skill, or yo, because I don't know what you'll be doing. So that is my advice for you. Please learn a skill, and learn a skill that you actually love. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Teji. I love the energy. Come on. Hey, see, gone are those days when they look down on people with skill. In fact, I remember in the early 80s where parents we say, "Oh, my child is not brilliant. Let the child go and learn handwork." Mo ṣoríire o. Kai, 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 kai. They say the child is dull. For them, it's like an escape route for the child. Oh, the child is not intelligent. Let the child go and learn handwork. Very painful. But see now, everything is changing. The same skill that we will look down on are the skills that have become premium skills. Everybody wants to become fashion designer. Meanwhile, they are tailors, so they will tell you if you meet a tailor today, tailor will describe him or herself as a fashion designer. We need to break it. You are a tailor, you are a tailor. You are a fashion designer, you are a fashion designer. So we need to start building dignity with the skills we have. So I'm really proud of the speakers tonight because they were carefully selected. They are young people. In fact, we have undergraduates here. We have people who have not even gained admission, but doing fantastic work with their skills. Now, I have another person in the house. Hey, this one, his energy level, Kai, is so passionate about tools. Is a product designer. Is a cinematographer. Is a video editor. Is a photographer. Hey, Frederick, you have the floor.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction.
Hello, can you all hear me? Okay, okay. So where did I stop? Okay, so basically, yeah, I didn't even believe I could train people. Yeah. So okay, basically, I was just a regular videographer. I was just a regular videographer until I met Mrs. Isimi White, where she now made me know that I could do more than just videography, covering events. Basically, first of all, she made me a cinematographer. I was now shooting films. You get, before I was just shooting basically events. You get, before you knew it, I was now shooting films. Didn't believe I could actually train people. I didn't believe I could teach people as it were. I just knew that okay, I could talk to people, but I didn't really see that teaching part of me. I didn't see that teaching side of me until uh my boss, Mrs. Simon White, told me that Frederick, you can do this. You can actually train people. And we had a project to train 1,000 MSMEs across Edo State. And she told me that Frederick, you are going to be part of the trainers. I was like, me? How will I stand in front of like big people? These are not just students. They are both the young and the old. You get basically business people, old and young. And she said, Frederick, you can do this. And the first day I was shaking, like, God, how do I talk to these people? I was seeing people that were my father's age mate there. I was seeing young people. And she was like, Frederick, you can do this. And after the first day, the second day, I needed to see me. I was just talking, flowing. I became that make sense guy. You get, everything I was saying after that day was just making sense. And I did not see that part of me before. So as this International Day is about training the trainers, you get, training the teachers. This woman, Mrs. Simon White, has actually helped us, most of us here, to know that we can actually give back to the society. So that we can actually train people from what we've actually gotten. And one thing again I noticed about this whole thing is when I started, I was just a regular videographer. I was just shooting films. I was just should be trained.
Yeah, thank you, Frederick.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pedro.
Frederick. Yeah, I love the last word you said. It is very important for trainer to be trained. Like Maro said, upskilling is key. So if you are a knowledge general,
Sorry, Mike. I think your mic is muted.
Yeah, thank you. So, like I was saying, I want one major, the keywords Freddie said when he said we need to keep training, we need to keep upskilling. Even Maro mentioned that there's a need for us to keep upgrading. Don't get relaxed, especially when you are in a knowledge business. You are a school owner, you're a teacher, you're a facilitator. Even as parents, we need to update our knowledge. We need to keep updating this, and we need to be intentional about this. So I'm very glad that we're discussing on an important issue that affect everybody. We know there we have when we say skills generally, when we say what is skill, you know, people have different definition. But I just want to ask us in the room who want to go, who want to explain what skills, what are even skills? Maro, you want to go? So when we talk about skills, so what are we talking about?
Okay, so when we talk about skills are basically the capacity to do or execute a concept to reality. So
Wow.
it's regardless of whatever kind of concept you have in your head or whatever concept has been passed to you, as long as you can execute it to reality, it's a skill. So if it's sleeping, as long as it's in your mind, I want to sleep, and you can go and sleep, it's a skill. If it's bringing design to life, so basically, skill is in the execution. So regardless of if it's a hard skill which involves you having some form of technical knowledge, or if it's a soft skill which involves things like interpersonal relationship, it requires execution. For you to be classified as skilled, it has to do with execution. So I mentioned two kinds of skills, which are hard skills and soft skills. To prove yourself, you need hard skills. To be retained and to get to the top, you need soft skills. So those are the two different kind of skills. Basically, hard skills are the technical skills, which require you to be able to get something done, bring back value into the system. Soft skills, things that would make other people. So if you look at soft skills carefully, they are more about other people than yourself. Most soft skills are more about other people than yourself. It's usually a relationship kind of thing between you and your environment, you and another individual. But soft skills basically converse between yourself as the core, but it's not about you. But the hard skills, you not get them, you not get them. You have to learn it. Soft skills too, if you don't have it, it will show that you are bad. Over time, you can learn it also. So it's in the effort. Scaling up is in the effort. I don't know if I did justice to
Thank you
that,
so
but
much,
thank
Maro.
you.
Thank you very much. In fact, you broke it down very well. That was very, very fantastic. I love your analysis. I love your definition. You make a lot of sense. I this is what I say every time. Whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are an employee, whether you are an employer, in fact, whoever you are, you need soft skills. You remember when one thing I said at the beginning of this training, as part of what we offer our juniors of is life skills, where they are the skills to help you navigate life. Why those soft skills are so fundamental is that soft skill that help you negotiate very well, is that soft skill that help you to accept criticism with an open mind. It is the same life skills that will help you take full responsibility for your action, whether they are negative or positive. So we all need this for growth. Whether you are working as an employee or you're an employee, you need these soft skills. And what make you employable or what make you a better business owner is the ability to have both skills. So having both skills will definitely give you job, will create opportunity for you. Like the speakers, all the speakers you are seeing today, they all have hard skills, they all have soft skills, and that is why they are able to contribute to the economic of Africa. I say Africa because their work is not just in Nigeria. Maro has job in London, in the US. Frederick has quite a number of clients in Singapore, in China, because he has the skills to solve a problem. Nosa, the same thing. Nosa's clients are across the globe. He's a product designer, is charging high, collecting big money, and delivering results. He's able to do all of this because he has skills. So Now, importance of skills. I want us to quickly discuss importance of skills. So I'm going to be picking faithful. Faithful, can you just elaborate on the importance of skills? Why we should be intentional in developing skills? And before faithful come on board, I just want to really say that we need to keep upgrading our skills. I love what Maro said in the conversation we had earlier today when he said, okay, what would be those relevant skills in future? You need to start building capacity now. So that in another 2 years' time, you become an expert to deliver. Not just when people hear AI now. Some people have been playing with AI before now. Now it's not a big deal to them anymore. So, Faithful, are you there? Is Faithful there? Oh, okay. Can we have you tell us some of the benefits of having skills?
Okay, I would say that having skills is the first step to putting your foot out in the world, because in today's world, nobody is going to recognize you if you don't have necessary skills, be it soft skills, be it hard skills. You might have hard skills and think, okay, I can postpone having soft skills. Yes, hard skills might get you through the door, get you a job, get you working somewhere or working in an industry that you like, that you want to work in. But having soft skills is going to determine how far you are going to stay in that industry. Imagine you are let's say you're a product designer, for example. You are very good at what you do and you get into a company or something, but you don't have a simple soft skill like communication skill or interpersonal skill or team bonding or something else, that is going to determine how far you stay in that job. So for me, I think having skills is like the foundation. If you want to become anything, if you want to become something great, anything you want to become, without having a skill, you are going nowhere. That's my take on it.
Thank you, Faithful. Thank you. I think very strong statement there. Having hard skills we is like a gateway for you, but sustaining that job, you need the soft skills to be in that job. Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, we want to have Nosa share with us. Nosa, share with us the some of the benefits of having skills.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Um, there are a lot of benefits actually. My The other speakers have actually mentioned quite a number of things, and I would love to just build on what has been said prior before now. Um, Mr. Ogene Mario actually made mention of the hard skill, the soft skill, but I would love to deliberate more on the technical and the transferable skills, because hard skill will take you there, soft skill will keep you there. But what actually prove your relevance? It's the technical skill and the transferable skill. Because a lot of persons they have the soft skill. When it comes to communication, they are perfect. But how well can you deliver that job outside of you communicating? That's where the technical skills come into play, and that's where the transferable skill come to play. So I'll just like to settle more on the transferable skill, just because of majorly on the topic, which is scaling teachers, trainers, and youth for transformative future. So now, transferable skill, it's more like the technical thinking, critical thinking, the problem solving. How well can you work with a team? How well can you show that, oh, you can lead a particular group of persons? Those are actually transferable skills, because I've actually studied the educational system for a while now, and I've actually come to a conclusion that the reason why a lot of persons are not actually delivering in whatever career, whatever occupation they actually choose to work with, is because in our education, they don't really have this curriculum that talks about transferable skill. For example, you go to school now, they will give you mathematics because before now, then in school, I never liked mathematics. Like I hate mathematics with passion. But something happened, so I changed my school and all of that. And I was like, okay, this mathematics, let me know it. And I actually got to know mathematics later on. But of recent, I was thinking, how come? How did I learn mathematics? It wasn't because the teacher was teaching very well, but it was because I took my time. Because I remember then I'll sit down and think about a particular problem. While deliberating on that problem, I will try to solve that same problem. That's where critical thinking comes into place. So if a particular student should go through the 4 years of education and he's not being taught on just like my boss said, Madam Isimeme said that you give, I think it's Madam or Mario, that you give a particular student what's it called, an assignment to take home, and you're expecting that child to return back with the same what's it called, more like giving back what you have given him, like exactly word by word. You get it? That's not being in the tech space, we call it creative. That's not being creative. You get it? So one good advantage of um 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 this transferable skills in terms of the IT space, it's that it helps you think. I'm actually working on an IT article that talks about the effect or the advantage of ICT, or let's say of skills in the educational system. For example, let me set an example. In terms of product design, that's UI UX design, that's user interface and user experience design. We did a lot with um with research. You get it? We did a lot with research, and in the educational system, it has been proven that a lot of people don't know how to do research. I remember before I really don't know how to use command prompt on Google. You know, if you want to search, a lot of people don't know how to search on Google, and they are graduates. I've seen a lot of graduates that don't know how to do simple basic prompts on Google to get their results, and it's quite alarming. It's not that they are not educated, but just that the educational system did not really, or do not really teach us the aspect of critical thinking, of which it's very necessary when it comes to workspace, your work environment, how you, in fact, let me just say, transferable skill, it's what gives you relevance in terms of your workspace. If you don't have a transferable skill, you don't have a technical skill, soft skill can only keep you for a while, but transferable skill will keep you up to the point that if they should deliberate that, oh, let's fire everybody, they will have this clause on you like, no, this person have value. So transferable skills equals to value, and that's what actually sets a lot of people apart, even people outside of Nigeria. I know of a friend of mine. His name is Olumide. He graduated from Uniben mechanical engineering, and he actually got a scholarship to study outside Nigeria. But when he got there, he was like, okay, everything I have known. He graduated with first class, actually. Not that he's dull. He graduated with first class from Uniben. And he was like, ah, the things they are teaching me here, I've not seen them before. Like, all these things, they are just like, they're like illusions. You get it? That's what actually make the more developed countries, like, they are having edge over us, because they don't really deals on A is for A and B is for B, but it tells you that when this look like this, what should this letter be? You get it? So my message out there to every young person, so I will give room for other speakers to speak, is that outside of learning a skill, you should also learn, outside of learning a skill, you should also learn it to perfection and follow the trend. because that's what actually keep you apart. Don't just learn a skill and learn it halfway. You should learn it to the full and keep learning it, because daily, every day things keep coming, like they are, it's just flowing like the fastest material is light, right? It moves at a very high speed. That's how the creative space is. You get it? That's how it is. So things keep evolving, it keeps going at a very fast pace. And if you don't know how to think, you don't know how to deliberate on things, you don't know how to solve problems, people won't pay you because you know how to speak very well. They will pay you because you can solve problems, because there are a lot of problems around. So people are going to pay you because of that problem that you can solve. So after of learning a skill, you should learn it to the full. It will get to a point that people, even I know what's actually going on now is AI everywhere. Everybody want to be doing AI. Even content creators want to be talking about AI. But the truth about AI is that AI is actually going far. That's just the truth. AI is going wide. Whether we like it or not, AI is taking our jobs. Whether directly or indirectly, AI is taking our jobs. But what actually keeps you still relevant in a particular organization, whether you have a skill or not, is you keeping up to trend. You learning, keep learning. There's no perfect person in terms of whether ICT skill or technical skill. Even as a teacher, you are supposed to know these things, not because you want to make money alone, but so that you'll be able to teach effectively. Imagine a teacher that sorry to say, a teacher that doesn't know how to make use of a smart device, doesn't know how to make use of a system. How will you be able to teach the children how to make use of a computer effectively well, not just to do Mavis Bacon alone, but to be able to use this particular material to solve problems? You get it? So I'll actually advise the educational system to actually put these things into consideration, not just train teachers. Oh, let's train them. So it will be on record that, oh, we actually trained teachers. But they should train them to the point whereby they can solve problems. You get it? They can stay relevant. So I hope I'm making sense to those that are listening to me. And by the way, I'm still an undergraduate, and hopefully by this year, next year, um, getting a degree. So, but these skills that I've learned for the past 3 years and still counting, I'm not ready to retire yet, is what has kept me going. What has given me, like, ah, please learn a skill. It is very important. Please, let's learn a skill. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nosa. Thank you for pouring out and emphasizing the power, the benefit of skills. See, you can't even see, this conversation. You don't even know what he's doing to me right now, because he's making me more. I mean, realize why we set up Genius up over and over, because we identify skill gap, which is also the reason why we set up Genius up. Uh, you see now, Nosa is doing so well because he has skills. So I want to really beg our parents who want their children to be guided before they expose them to skills. Holiday is coming very soon. Can we please register our children for skills? Don't underrate any knowledge that they will get from that training. Expose your children. Bring them to junior sub. Bring them to junior sub where we're going to be teaching them fashion designing. We're going to be teaching them graphics, product design, web development. We're going to be teaching them how to make hair, wigs. We're going to be teaching them baking. We're going to be teaching them how to even art, how to even write scripts. We're going to be teaching them how to become a photographer like Teji Ray, award-winning cinematographer, Frederick. We're going to be teaching them all kinds of skills. We can't run away from it. Like the top I'm wearing now, My children actually they were taught this and they made this and they played with it and it came out very nice. So please let's embrace this new development. The new development is that skills for all, total inclusiveness for skill development. For our teachers, I want to beg us, let us wait for government. Let us not wait for the owners of the school before you build yourself. Build yourself for yourself, build yourself for your family, build yourself for your community, and build yourself for your country. So let's be intentional about building ourselves, because the truth is we will all need these skills. So we need to be building our skills every time. Skills is money, skills is wealth. In fact, it's wealth creation. And it's the reason why people like Maro are cashing out, because they have multiple skills. And because they have multiple skills, they have multiple source of income, so this is huge for them. So you can't even say you don't want to be involved in skills anymore. See the Tejiri now. Tejiri is doing very well as a photographer. She's finding fulfillment. And when you find fulfillment, it helps your mental health. So go out there, grab a skill. You are not too old to start. You are not too young to start. Just grab a skill. If you're a business owner, there are a lot of skills, free skills that you can, in fact, free skills, free tools for you to be exposed to. So please let's take advantage of all of this opportunity. For us here today, we are happy that we're having this conversation. We've been trying to bring in Juliet, but I think she's having network problem. She's 18 years old. I'm really, really interested in her speaking, but I don't know why network is not allowing her to come in. Is Jessica there? Can Jessica hear us? Is Jessica there? Okay,
She's trying to join.
she's trying to join. I wanted us to hear Jessica's opinion. I wanted us to meet her. You know, there are quite a lot of skills out there, but Jessica is doing amazing work in her own type of skill set. So I wanted her to share with us. Jessica can close any deal. See, everybody have their own, strength. Jessica's strength is to close high ticket deal. She's really good at that. So I wanted her to share with us her experience and how far she has also gone. But network, we're finding it difficult to bring her in. Okay. Tejiri, Tejiri, how were you able to fight back those who were looking down on you when you said you wanted to go into photography? We know it's male dominated skill. So how were you able to fight back as a young woman? How were you able to fight back?
Okay. Um, First of all, you need self-determination, because in this world, people will tear you down. No matter how good you haven't doing, they will still tear you down. So this is where the soft skills even comes in. The like a Genius Hub, we do this psychosocial support and self-esteem booster and the rest that help you as a young Nigerian or as a young person to upskill. Does not mean you don't have your days when you are emotionally down, but the enablement, the power, and the determination to even rise above the talk, to rise above the shame, and to rise above just anything that puts you down. That's what builds you. That's what makes you. So as a young person, people always talk down on you. People always talk down on what you love to do. People always want to push you in the direction they think you should go. but you should first be determined and learn those skills. Like the social, you need every psychosocial. You can just be reading books on psychosocial support on how to boost self-esteem, because that goes a long way. Even in your business, in helping you negotiate and all, you need it, because as a young person, you can people will think they can easily ride on you or easily just double you because you don't know what you're doing. You're just coming up and you think they can give you any amount of money and you just say, oh, I'll keep myself and books. No, that's where self-esteem comes in. Know your worth. Know what the service you are giving. That is what Nusa said. Build your skill to top notch, that when you are talking, you are talking with authority and you're not nobody can play you or use you anyhow. So know what you're doing, perfect your skills, sharpen your skills, so that when you go into the what will I say, the field, you will know your worth and you know how to communicate with your clients and all. So for me, the soft skills are very important as much as the hard skill. We is important. The is any if there's any word like importanter, the soft skills, soft skills are more far important. Even without hard skills, your soft skills open doors for you as a youth, as a human being. Forget youth now. Your soft skills open door for you. People will even be willing to take you over the person that have the hard skill just because of your soft skill. So for me, what was my encouragement was, let's say, first of all, God, then my determination to do what I love and to excel in the field that I've chosen. Because but that's why I said, do what you love. Don't go and do what somebody forces you to do. You will only drop out from it. You will only just waste time. So do what you love and love what you do and make money from it. So that was my determination, because I love photography. So there's nothing anybody was going to say that would make me not do it. So yeah.
Thank you, Tejiri, lover of photography. Tejiri love photograph. If she can snap and snap, take pictures, and she doesn't get tired. Yeah. Now I just want to ask Maro and Faithful, do we have any disadvantage of having skills? Do we even have? Do we have?
No, I don't think so.
Maro, you're smiling.
So
Hmm?
when I think critically about it, there is no disadvantage of having a skill, but there is a disadvantage of not being able to use your skill. So can you hear me? Hello, can we hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So there is no disadvantage to having the skill, but there is a very big disadvantage to you having a skill that you do not put to use, and that is it happens in a couple of ways. But I usually try to simplify it with analogies and concepts. So uh, I learned how to cut hair, and I did not practice cutting anybody's hair for about 3 years. And I went back and tried to cut hair. I did rubbish. You see, that mindset, the confidence that I had, I could cut people's hair, dissipated. It just dissipated. And it's something that we can see not just in one place, but happen over and over again. So if you get a skill, use your skill. Sam mentioned something that I would buttress on. which is the core of the disadvantage of having a skill. The world is not waiting for you. I said this earlier today. As a young person, if you think you have time, you do not, because the world is not waiting for you. Whilst you rest on your oars, the water is flowing past you. By the time you pick up your oars again, I pray you that you're not in turbulent waters. So whilst the stream is still calm, sail your boat in the direction of the flow of the stream. So be ahead of the curve and keep yourself there. Because by the time you're in the middle of it, there is a lot that is going on. So if you have a skill, it is to your advantage. But if you do not use your skill, the day you finally decide to use it, you will be surpassed by those who have been using their skills over and over again. Thank you. I think that answers the question.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you, Tejiri. I love the emphasis on the need for you to keep building your high self-esteem. You know, the power of building that is key for you to be able to achieve your goals, your short and long-term goals. So it's also that is also very critical. And you know, when I ask that question, do we have disadvantages of skills? Or I mean, do we have disadvantages of not learning any skills? I love what Ketu said. He said no. Then listen to Maro again. The truth is, you have nothing to lose by having extra knowledge. I see you having extra knowledge, like having extra income. That's the way I see it. I'm a knowledge freak. For those who know me very well, I can pay any amount to get a cute. I just enjoy it, and that has really has provided me livelihood opportunity for so many persons. We are doing this because we believe in the power of skills transfer. We believe that there's a need for us to develop skills. So for those who are watching us, you can drop your email addresses, drop your social media handles so that we can follow you. We are very intentional about growth. We want you to keep following us. Don't forget to follow Maro. Follow Maro. Please, Maro, drop your social media handles. He can also follow you. You can find you on LinkedIn. Just type his full name. You will see him on LinkedIn. You know, and there's a need for us to follow who know road. Follow who know road. Because if you follow who know road, there's no way you miss your way. So you must follow who know road. Our fantastic team. We have FA Media. That's Frederick's company. FA Media is doing very well. Don't forget to follow him on Instagram. Instagram street, you find him on corner B, corner C of Instagram. So he's always there. Please drop your social media handles so they can also keep following you. Of course, my own Nosa. Please drop your social media handle. In fact, you want a clean UI UX design. Nosa is the right plug. It's good. Even though he work with us at Junior, so we are happy that is solving your problem. We're happy that you can contribute. So Nosa can also be reached. Of course, they are one wedding photographer. Hey, Tejiri, popularly known as TJ. You can also follow Tejiri on her various social media. She's a fantastic photographer. Don't look at her small face, so she's very energetic, very passionate about photography. Then you see this, my baby girl. Faithful. That's what we call her. Can also follow Faithful too. Faithful is doing a fantastic work. She's a fantastic, brilliant, intelligent young lady. When it comes to content curating, she's so good. When it comes to proposal development, Faithful, you are good. Well done, all of you. Well done for the work you do. Thank you for all your contribution at Genius Up. So it is all using the opportunity to thank all the Genius Up team members. There are people you don't see. There are people behind the scene. Most of the success we have at Genius Up as a result of fantastic team we have. We have people like Adesua, Efemena, Mrs. Uche, Mrs. Obeyi, Mrs. Joy Orilade, We have so many people that will continue. We have our accountant, Clement, Shibike. We have quite a number of them. Rejoice. Yes, I must not forget Rejoice. I can continue to, I don't want to miss out anybody, but thank you for all the work you do. Thank you for all what you all do. Morrissey, thank you. Thank you for the work you do. Ben, Yode, um, Mahmoud, thank you for all the brilliant work. And for our volunteers, thank you so much. For volunteer from JOS, we say thank you. We are starting up junior sub in JOS, and we have about team of volunteers, about 12 of them. They're doing fantastic work for us. Steve, Nimdi, Mrs. Dokas, Mr. Godfrey, quite a number of them doing so much to support us. So thank you so much. And for the past a month, we've been receiving award recognition from very notable organizations. Just this evening again, we were also recognized for the work we do. So we couldn't have done all of this without the team that are doing so much to ensure we give out the best. So if you want to partner with us, we are open to partnership because we know, we believe partnership is a way to go. If you want to go far, you need to work with people. If you want to work alone, that means you are not ready to grow. So we are open for partnership. Please drop your social media and do follow us. So follow us at Genius Hub on LinkedIn, Genius Hub Global Initiative, Genius Hub Limited. I want to quickly just educate us. We have Genius Hub Limited, strictly business that support the activities of our NGO called Genius Hub Global Initiative. So one is strictly business, one is an NGO. So we need to quickly educate the public on this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. That's why we didn't have any publicity on this. We just decided to talk about today's we decided to talk today because today, 15th of July, is a day set aside by the United Nations World Youth Skill Day, and we felt there was a need for us to have a conversation, which is why we decided to call this Brilliant Minds to join to discuss because they are youths, they are young people, we're all young people, and you can see the way we miss the audience. We brought in undergraduate, we brought in graduate, we brought in opinions, we brought in, we're just very intentional about this. So please drop your social media and do all those who join us this evening so that follow you. We want to follow you so that we can also know what you're also doing. So thank you again. Thank you everyone. I don't know if there are a question from anyone. So this is the time to ask and answer that question. If you have any question, please reach out to us before we call. If you have any question, please share with us. So please, can we share our junior social media and do so that people can follow us? Can you also follow Isimeme White? Follow me on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I'm there. Just follow me. You'll find me there. Okay. So we're not seeing any question. Okay. Last word from all our speakers.
Okay.
So
So
happy
happy
Youth
Youth
Skill
Skill
Day
Day
to all the youth across the
across the
globe.
globe. So
So
from
from
all
all
of
of
us
us
at
at
Genius
Just
Hub,
Talk, we
we
are
are wishing
wishing you Happy Youth Skill Day.
I think there's a question. There's a question on the screen right now.
Okay.
Respond to it.
Okay. Is how do you navigate your passion to a skill? How do you navigate your passion to a skill? That's the question.
Okay, well, can I answer that? I'll say if you have the passion for something, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't let anybody stop you from getting a skill that you have a passion for. Don't let anybody push you into get doing something that you do not want to do. Take for example, can you hear me? I think I'm muted.
Yeah. We can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you. We can
Okay.
hear you. Continue.
I was saying that if you want to navigate your passion to a skill, then you should be ready to be deaf to anything anybody else has to say, anything they have to say on um on the contrary. I was about to give an example of I had just gotten out of secondary school and I wanted to learn coding. I wanted to learn coding by all means. I had heard this, I don't know if you can remember, there was a time when on STV, Ben Murray Bruce was always doing this thing on I just want to make common sense or something like that. And on one of the series, he was talking about how coding, we can remember, right? The common sense series. One of the episodes, he was talking about how tech and coding and whatnot can change the future of Africa. I just heard, and the passion grew from there. I would take my parents' phone. I started researching what coding was all about. I was still in secondary school then, I had not gotten out. So, and I started telling my parents, when I leave secondary school, oh, I'm not going to the university. I want to go and learn how to code. And at that time, I don't know, the world wasn't so advanced as it is now. Probably my parents had fears, and I was also a girl child, and I was speaking a language that they did not understand too. So they were skeptical about it. Long story short, I had to go to school. I had to go to the university. But the breakthrough, I still kept disturbing them. I will still go and learn this coding, whether you like it or not. But the breakthrough came from me in COVID year 2020. Of course, we all had to come back home. We did not have any school to go to. And at that time, there was a program. There was a program for coding, a 1 year program for coding. And I told my parents, she be I'm at home now. There's nothing I can do now. University is no, they are not on session. Can I go and learn the coding now? I disturbed my father to the extent that, okay, even the program says they had already closed registration. He had to go and be begging his friend that please, my daughter wants to use worry to finish me. Can you accept her into this program? Can you accept her into the program? And that was how I got into the program. I had a passion for it, but even though my parents told me no at first, they even consulted other people, other friends, and they were like, what is a girl doing with coding? She should go and learn fashion design or something now. What is she doing with coding? But I did not let that passion die. I kept disturbing them. They will not hear words till they allowed me learn that coding. And after I had learned that skill, I did not just stop there. I kept learning. Anything that's available for me to learn, I learn. So if you want to turn your passion to a skill, you must be ready to be deaf to naysayers. Take free courses. Do whatever it is. Now the world is even more advanced. You can take courses, you can get degrees on any skill that you want without even leaving your house, just from your laptop or your phone. You don't even have to have a laptop, you just have to have your phone and an internet connection. You can do anything you want to do so long as you are ready to be deaf to naysayers. So that's my own advice. If you want to turn your passion to a skill, be ready to be deaf to naysayers.
Okay, I think I'll add something there. Uh, when you want to turn your passion into a skill, look for someone that is doing what you love. Ask the person questions. You see that relationship you build with that person, it will take you a
Okay.
long way. Trust me. So she mentioned that you don't have this. The truth is, if you could foster a relationship with someone who is already doing it, chances are the person will show you the ropes. because after all, you said it's your passion, meaning you will be willing to have the grit, put in the effort. The person will be willing to show you the ropes. You can meet someone like Musa if you want to learn design, disturb him. If you want to learn data analytics, business intelligence, I'm here. Daydream, disturb her for photography. So basically, by the time you message me the first time, the second time, on the third time, I'm already okay. Sorry, I forgot your message. I'm already um, coming up with something that will be able to help you get on track. All right. So it's not just your parents or your direct sponsors that you should disturb. Look for somebody that is doing what you want to do. Beat the person. The person will most likely after a while respond. And you don't get tired of beating people. You don't know where your breakthrough is going to come from. You know, put in the effort. Definitely to pay off. Huh?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Let me just add a thing or two to that. Yeah, there was something my boss taught me then when I was learning photography, when I was learning videography in Bauchi State, where I served. He said, Frederick, when you want to learn anything at all, any skill you want to learn, can you hear me? Okay, okay, okay. He said, if you want to learn anything at all, yeah, look for the best person around you that is doing that thing. Like whatever you want to learn, look for the best person that is doing that thing around your area. Meet that person, learn from that person. Yeah. After learning from that person, for, ask that person who is the best doing that same thing in your city. Now you start with your area. Now ask who is the best person doing that same craft that you want to learn in your city. Learn from that person. After learning from that person, the best in your city, ask again from the best in your city, who is the best person doing that same thing in that country? Learn from that person. You understand? Start from where you are. Don't just say, okay, you want to learn coding. You are looking for the very best person doing coding in the world. You may not get access to that person. Start from your immediate environment. Start the learning process from your immediate environment. Then from there, you just move ahead and you graduate to the ranks.
Thank you, Frederick, for that. Let me add, okay, if, for example, maybe you feel like your skill, say your skill, your passion, it's not something that you can generate income from, or it's just a passion base. It's not something that you think you can make money from. Just know that I don't even think of, I can't visualize any skill, any passion right now that does not make me money. Even Ludo play, people make money from Ludo play. So don't say maybe this passion is not going to make me money. Let it just die in the passion stage. No, just professionalize that passion. Make it professional. It can stay as a passion and as a profession at the same time. So just professionalize it. It will make you money, even though it's not trending right now. You can be the one to make it trend. So act on it, professionalize it. Act on, don't tell people, it's just a passion. No, I can do it. It's my work. It's not just a passion. You can make money from it. So just just upskill, leave the passion stage and enter the professional stage.
Okay. I would like to add to what everybody have said. Yeah. So one thing I just want to say is just the word: be consistent. Just be consistent, because you might actually meet that person that will help you out and you're not consistent with it. It's more like you're passionate. It's on today, tomorrow it is off, next tomorrow it's on. Truth is that that's not really the right way to do it. You just have to be consistent. In regardless of the challenges, definitely you encounter a lot of challenges, like a whole lot of challenges. There are times you cry because of your passion, because of you learning a skill, but you just have to be consistent and don't be limited with your resources. So even if you have just a book and a pen, make use of it. I remember when I was learning at the beginning stage when I was learning my IT skills. I remember then inside the church, you know, the generic way they say, "Oh, when the pastor is preaching, you should be jotting down things." But because of my passion, I actually chased it into the church. That while the pastor was busy preaching, but I didn't have a system then. I was busy sketching logos. So instead of writing, I was sketching logos. So I didn't let the fact that I didn't have a system to actually limit me. So that's one thing I would love to say. Just be consistent and don't relent, irrespective of the material or the device that you have. Just start off with whatever material you have. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We all need to go back to bed right away. Thank you so much, Maro. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for spending quality time with us at Genius of today. In fact, we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frederick, Idenye, FA Media. You need anything that has to do with camera. This guy is your right plot. Thank you so much, Frederick. Thank you for what you do for us at Junior Song, and thank you for what you do for Nigeria. No, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution with us at Junior Sub. Thank you so much, no sir. No sir, Kyrie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tejiri, thank you very much. Our special photographer. All those pictures you see Frederick Ann is there, Tejiri Ann is there, and there's another small one. I have one handsome son. Big man DOP, Ferdinand. Hey, if I were quite a number of persons when they go to media, competent hands. I'm not just saying this for saying say, competent and skilled men and women. Yes. Thank you so much, Teju. Thank you, Faithful. Thank you for being faithful. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your support for Junior Soft. Thank you for your support for me. In fact, thank you for everything. We can't thank you enough. We are quite a number of people to thank. Oh. We have courage. We have Mercy. In fact, Mercy has done so well. She's a fantastic volunteer for Genius Hub. Mercy, Courage, Mildred, Rejoice, Isaac. Isaac doing fantastic work. You know, we can't thank all of you enough. Joy, our Reverend sister. Hey, hey. Those are so gay. In fact, there are many of them. I know some people will be very angry that I'm not calling all the names. I can't remember all the names. We're about 32 in number. So I can't remember everybody's name. And because of time, I cannot call all the names. I think I've called majority of the names already. I want to thank all those who joined us tonight. Thank you so much. We did not take your time for granted. So, from all of us again at Junior Soul, we say happy World Youth, is it Youth, World,
World Youth
World,
Skill Day.
someone should
World
help me
Youth
out.
Skill
So I
Day.
don't, huh?
World
World Youth
World
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 Youth
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 Skill
Skill Day.
Day.
World Skill Day. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, thank you, everyone. From here, bye bye. From
Au
me, bye
revoir.
bye. See you
Bye.
soon. See you soon.
Bye.
Have a lovely night rest. Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Thank you for joining.